The purpose of this video is to break down the fundamental movements involved in the golf backswing so that you can improve your distance and consistency while minimizing strain on your body. The majority of movement in your backswing should come from a rotational movement happening in your trunk, but this is a complex movement and it is very easy to cheat and end up moving your legs, arms, and low back, all to compensate for your lack of control or flexibility. There is a concept called coil in your backswing. This is the idea of your torso rotating further than your pelvis in order to wind up the body and create the potential energy and power for the downswing. To create coil in your body, you need to learn how to create stability in your legs and remain free to move in your torso. Your body follows the laws of physics, and free movement will typically take the plane of least resistance. In other words, as you begin your backswing, your body won't automatically turn in your trunk. In fact, most people end up moving in their hip, knee, and arms and stay quite braced in their torso. If you want to learn to isolate and improve the trunk rotation in your backswing, the key is learning to load weight into your back leg properly as you start to turn. In order to do this well, you should focus your attention on how your weight is balanced over top of your feet. It should be evenly distributed through your midfoot and not all back on your heels. Once you have properly used your legs to set up in your address position, slowly initiate your trunk turn and try to keep your lower body relatively still. Try to keep the weight to the inside of your foot and stack your knee over your foot and your hip over your knee. At the top of your backswing, you should feel like your back leg is taking most of the load of your body. Your back knee should still be bent, and you should feel like you are strongly over top of your back foot. The backswing movement should create the natural but subtle weight shift to the back leg, freeing up weight from the front foot, which will allow the pelvis to rotate into the backswing too. The backswing rotation should be partly the dissociation of your trunk from your low back, and partly the dissociation of your pelvis from your hip. The combination of the twist and a strong, stable back leg creates the foundation of power and consistency in your swing. The biggest flaw in the backswing is ignoring the role of the legs for stability. It is common to see people initiate the rotation by pushing their hip backward and straightening their back knee. This will allow you to rotate from your ankles and get the club back, but it will take you off plane and eliminate all the power your legs can generate. It creates more degrees of freedom to both screw up your swing and hurt yourself. It is best to practice this movement with no club in your hands and just go from address position to a full backswing position and then repeat. Start the movement slowly and only attempt a small amplitude or a half swing. As you get better at the movement, start to push for further range. But remember, the further you rotate, the more work your back leg should be doing to maintain stability in your knee. Once you feel comfortable with the movement, it is a good idea to practice holding the full backswing position for 20 to 30 seconds as an exercise. You should feel your leg working and your hip and torso twisting and stretching. This movement and static hold are great warm-ups to get your body loosened up before you play. Spend 2 to 3 minutes isolating these rotational movements and your low back will thank you after the round.